A new rookie class has joined the team. There are
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Midwest. The Echoes of the Gallup. Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It is the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings. On the visitor sideline, the Dolphins head coach, hoping his guys took full advantage of the late season off week in the schedule, trying to heal up now for the stretch run. On the other sideline, it is the Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys ready for what could be a tough one and perhaps a playoff preview come January. With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. Off we go from downtown Minneapolis. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Everyone loves to dive into whether a bye comes at a good time, a bad time, and I really just think it's a matter of perspective. So here we got a team that was hot. They were rolling, multiple wins going into their bye week. And I can tell you what, the energy around that building, going into a bye, knowing you're playing really good ball, it makes that week a lot better, certainly, than the alternative.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Intended for Jordan
they
Addison.
need 8.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 8 yards.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. David Onyemata. He gets there for the sack, setting up fourth down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. His offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. A dangerous Tyreek Hill is deep for Miami. This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I...
And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kick is good. Makes the score Dolphins 7, Vikings nothing.
Give me a 10. Give me the end.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. He continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. So, 37, here's second down and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. This is 3rd and 6.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Heel drops to throw. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. 11 yards on the connection there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points.
Big opening up the middle. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. Down the drive for an extra point. It's up and through. Vikings tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. Well done, 7 apiece, and the kicks away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 29, here's second down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. Little quick pass to the receiver to the left. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
Intended for Noah Brown.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter, and it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
I felt it, the intended receiver that time. And 3rd down coming up. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
Pass interference.
That might make this a first down. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll push forward for about a yard. Minka Fitzpatrick up to make the stop.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Open receiver is Dodson. They pick up 17 through the air. First down in Minnesota.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are
line.
quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
He'll look to throw.
21-yard line.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Kirsten Darrisaw, the first-round pick in 2021, guilty that time. Now they'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and it's complete to Felton.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
And he will easily pick up your first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 18. And the Vikings, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw. To the goal line. And in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's his third touchdown catch this year. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jonathan Allen, the big man from the interior,
Brings up
with the stop.
second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's made by Smith-Schuster. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Give him 14 on that Dolphins. First down, Miami.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That's complete. It's Waddle.
Second down pass.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Second and 10.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And 10 yards to go.
He'll try and get there on the ground. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
22 yards, the pickup there.
yards.
Good for a
First
Dolphins
down,
first
Miami.
down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback.
And he'll take this one in. Ollie Gordon. Touchdown, Dolphins. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Slide at the point, up and good. The Dolphins will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the left side here. High attitude. An attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. They call that on the former second-rounder, Brian O'Neill. Short run taken by Hawkinson. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
3 brings up second down at the 43-yard line.
And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Intended for number 13.
What can they do here? This is
Incomplete.
third and forever.
It's now third down and long.
This one is taken in downfield. Big completion.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. And he's bobbled up after a gain of a yard. Third down and
Brings
9.
up third down and 9.
This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
4th down and less than a
They'll
yard.
try to run. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
Dolphins.
And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The kick is
Slide at the
good.
point, up and good. And the Dolphins have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own
The Vikings offense and their running back set to go once more. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him, currently second in the NFL in rushing. Gravel start on the ground. He's inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown Vikings. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Now for the point after. It's up and good. The Vikings will even the score. It's now 21-0. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Washington now to return it. And he is stopped. 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard
The Dolphins offense headed back on the field with running back Ollie Gordon. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And mark him down just shy of the 40. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First
So
and 10
from the
at
39, they
39-yard
come up
line.
on 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they go
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
sacks or drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
Back over the middle, caught by Tyree. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
on the play. It's
Riley Dixon coming on now. Punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and come out to the 20-yard line.
At their own
The
20-yard
Vikings
line.
offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Lost 1 on the
At
last play, so now
19-yard
it's
line.
2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back
Loss of 2
losses.
yards
Now
leads
it's
to
3rd down.
and 14.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll look middle, and he's got it his man complete. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with.
And the Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was, he gets his head around. Great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's going to run it. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To the ground, a first down run. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Minnesota. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. And number 12 on the year. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6.
His kick is good. Makes the score.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Dolphins offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
On the play. And the Dolphins, first down.
They'll turn and hand this one off. They try to push forward and wind up getting 3 yards with that one. The safety, Justin Simmons, with the stop. From the 21, here's 2nd and 7. Loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass was to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Joey Sly on for a field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. It's a big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll power ahead with Ham, the fullback. He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. And it's Tyrell Dodson that time on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Quick hitting slant there. He'll be stopped here, short of the first down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. Now Kevin O'Connell will send out the field goal unit. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a one-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
In motion, it's Waddle. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 9.
At the 50-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And a pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
At the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 4.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This throw right side is caught by Hill. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
They'll run the sneak. And he will have a Dolphins first down as he pushes forward for a couple on fourth and inches.
I love this call. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn fourth down into a first.
Offense.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second down and 15 yards to go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. To the left side. In the hands of Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us.
It's a gain of 5.
2-minute warning.
Third and 10.
It is third and 10. Throwing now from the gun. It's made there by Waddle. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. As they'll discuss what's to come. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This one from 52 yards away. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Dolphins will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. The left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category, but the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. That's an area where usually this play gets erased. He'll drop to throw. This one caught by Felton. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6.
Throwing down on third and 1. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's the punter now as he's on to punt for the second time. On the return, it's Hill. And some nifty running on the return. before he was taken down.
First and 10.
The Dolphins offense
40-yard
headed back
line.
on the field with running back Ollie Gordon. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Second and 10.
Intended for number 85. Incomplete. Brings up second
Now
and 10.
they'll set up to throw.
40-yard line.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Brings up third and 1.
They'll try and throw for it on third and 1. He's got a man. It's Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And the Dolphins first down.
They'll come up here. First and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw here is complete. They face second down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Quickly to the outside and complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Sly's kick
The kick
is good.
is good.
The Dolphins cut the deficit down to 1.
27.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't think there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get across the 20,
The
working down
Vikings
the
take over
23-yard
first and
line.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So it is a 1-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen.
Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. Okay, Mike, thanks very much. 10 weeks have come and gone. The temperature's starting to dip a little bit here in November. Lots to show you. Let's talk about it. And it's the dangerous speedster, Jameson Williams. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. 58 yards for the score. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears as they host the New York Jets. And this is the Jets quarterback, a 17-yard touchdown pass. This one is at the half with the Jets with a 10-point lead, 13-3 their advantage at halftime. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns taking on the Carolina Panthers. And it's Jonathan Brooks. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Panthers with a 10-point lead at the half. With that, time for a look at the rest of the action going on here in week number 11 in the NFL's regular season. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these two sides through 2 quarters, a 1-point game at the half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. We saw a lot of throws from him like that playing for UCLA last fall. This one, good for a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 6. Tight end, the motion man to the right. On second down, they run the counter. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
Open man left side, he's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are wide. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
He'll look to throw. Here's a screen coming for right. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
First down.
On the ground, this is right. And they look forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
They'll go jet sweep and do it with Hill. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessful. Stop there for no gain.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line.
Here comes third and 6.
And it's third down.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his left. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He took the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all away. That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you can see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Now, faking the give. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
A bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback, and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Give it forward for maybe a yard. Jack Thompson comes up with the tackle.
A gain of 1.
Third down
Brings
and
up
9.
Third down and 9.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. His pass right side. Going to be caught by Addison. A pickup there of 19 yards. It'll be a Vikings first down.
First down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he'll get about 5. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down.
Second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Is taken in by Felton. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. This on target to Addison.
The second down
That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
A pickup of 13 on the play. It's third down and long.
Pass rush gets home and he goes down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
We'll take this in back at the 16. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 29-yard
The
line.
Dolphins offense headed back on the field with running back Ollie Gordon. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
Back to the air once more on second down. Left side, it's caught by Brown. Here's third and 7.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third.
In motion, it's Waddle. On third down, they'll set up to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Jonathan Grenard. He works his way in and a big milestone sack, number 50 in his career. Here comes a return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. There's Kevin O'Connell, NFL Coach of the Year in 2024. His Vikings head back out there. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with first and 10. Lots of space, past the 45. 20, 15, and he will score again. Touchdown, Vikings. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And he is not able to get to the goal line, so they stop him and up the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. away. Washington now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He steers clear of the first tackler, working his way forward for a gain of about 4. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 6. To the left side in the hands of Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
That's good for Dolphins. First down.
Smith-Schuster, the man in motion.
1 yards.
It's first down, and they'll run. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
A gain of 18 on the play.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
It is second and 9.
Second and 9.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football. And it'll bring up third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This one from 47 yards out.
47-yard attempt.
Sly's kick is good. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Vikings.
Job number 1 on this drive. Find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
A return now from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Vikings offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Well, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Third and long.
It's now 3rd and 15.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time.
Jair Brown.
And that'll set up fourth down. Now the return. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment. He's taken down after a solid return.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Into the hands of Juju. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. He'll send a tight end in motion right. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, here's Gordon to start the fourth. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 8.
At the 34-yard line.
Good pass taken in by the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
2. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And they get it at the 18-yard line. The drive stays alive. First down picked up. So they move inside the 20. First and 10 at the 18.
At the 18-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 5 yards to go.
In here to right. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead.
No gain on the
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carriers. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
His kick is good. He got it. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw here to begin the drive. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. We'll try again here. Second and 10.
Hey, we gotta push it up. We gotta push it up. We gotta push it up.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught left side by Hopkinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
16 yards.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
1st and 10
Here's
at the
1st and 10.
42-yard line.
Now give on the ground. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers. It's a gain of 9.
10 yards.
Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 12 more yards from him there, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Pollard. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 6.
At the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
Here's a run going left. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the 1st down with Pollard. He works free. Great side. And he's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Minnesota. His second rushing touchdown of the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
We've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for two. Unsuccessful.
I should probably sound a head boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that drink, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in legal places, putting working on the phones. Either that or try to money.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. This throw right side is caught by him. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Hill brought in motion.
21 yards.
Now a run on first down. And he managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. And it's second down.
A gain of 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
A gain of 4, and it's third down.
Now they'll set up to throw. Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially a very big call here. First and 10. Here comes the jet sweep. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left nowhere to go. And no gain.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Throwing now on third and long. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to take the lead here in the fourth. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
He'll get across the 20, marking down at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with first and 10. The gun, he'll throw right side, and it's brought in by Felton, and he's going to be taken down at the 37.
It's a gain of 14 yards, And the Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Behind the man, downfield, it's Felton.
It's a gain of 28 yards.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. Back to throw. This one is caught by Addison. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Jordan Addison. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
They'll look to throw yet again. He's got it at the 7, and he's into the end zone. They are making it look easy. Touchdown, Vikings. That is the first touchdown this year.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player. It's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. From his end zone, it's Malik Washington. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over
The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come out throwing here. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. To the air now on first and 10.
First down pass.
Second and 10.
Intended for Jordan Addison. Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And that's very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. Fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's his 3rd touchdown this year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score match.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to throw yourself back in it.
Makes the score. Dolphins 42.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
First and 10.
The Dolphins offense headed back on the field with running back Ollie Gordon. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. It's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
5 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it. They were trailing late. Got to let it fly. So wind up a turnover on downs. There's Kevin O'Connell, NFL Coach of the Year in 2024. His Vikings head back out there. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. Only one timeout remaining for the defense. A handoff as they try to run it here. And now we get a timeout by the defense. Clock stops with 1:50 left in the game.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. We'll try to get this one on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So a win here for the Vikings. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
The playoff race is taking shape. I'm Scott Hansen. You're tuned in to the EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 11. We start with a good matchup here, AFC versus NFC. And this is the running back. He's going to get the carry here, and look at him go. The Vikings win their third straight game as they get the victory today. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots? They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And this is Jaden Reed. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Packers are playing well. They move to 7-3 with the victory. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills taking on the Detroit Lions. And it's David Montgomery. He's going to take this one in, 7 yards on the rushing touchdown. The Lions are back to within a game of 500. They move to 5-6 with the win. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week right here on EA Sports.